Yo guys, what up? Spider here. We're playing a little Domination here on Turbine. Now, I am running the Scorpion Evo here initially because I have a class set up with Flak Jacket just for capturing these B targets on Domination, as well as in Demolition, because you just get spammed with frags and whatever, explosives, everything. But I do end up switching out to the dreaded, the evil PDW-57. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that, and I'm going to talk a little bit about your Scorestreak setup and how that can affect your objective gameplay, because you will see it, you will definitely see it have an impact on how I play the objectives coming up here, probably towards the second half. This first half of Domination isn't that great or that spectacular. I mean, it's not... You know, it's spectacular. It's gameplay, right? It's not ultra spectacular. I'm not going to get 200 kills. I'm not playing Ground War against guys with KDs of 0.2 on the other team. But anyways, and I'm playing with Hyper here. Domination is sort of his forte as well. Him and Axel in Courtroom. Well, you at least used to play this a lot on Modern Warfare 3. So let's talk a little bit about the PDW first off. You know, I know people do complain a lot about the PDW and MSMC and how they get killed by them more often than not, and this is post-patch. I haven't really looked at the stats. I don't know if you can segregate the stats since these two SMGs got patched or nerfed, if you're getting killed as much by these two weapons as you used to. Right? I mean, I still have no problem with them. Yeah, they increased the recoil, not only on the ADS, but also the hip fire, but it's still of no consequence, in my opinion. I mean, unless you're shooting at medium to long range, and you're trying to you know, snipe people with these SMGs, which you can still do using burst fire, then I don't really see it as a huge problem. Yeah, you increase the recoil and hip fire. I can still hip fire with the best of them. You just get used to it. But the reason why I would go to the PDW, obviously because it's got the highest damage. It's the PDW and the MSMC have the highest max damage. Actually, sorry, the MSMC has the highest damage, but the PDW has enough to make it a 3-hit kill anywhere in the body. All right, so the MSMC has a 40 damage. The PDW has a 35. It doesn't matter. 35 times 3 is still more than 100. You're still killing an enemy player in 3 shots. The only advantage that the MSMC has over the PDW is if your opponent happens to be wounded. So if they're wounded with, you know, 20 damage or more, you're going to kill them in 2 shots. Whereas with the PDW, it has to be 30 or more in order to kill him with 2 shots. So that's really the only difference. The fire rate, I mean, there are other differences, you know, with the raised aim, etc., but I'm not going to get into that. Now, even with that higher rate of damage, it's the fire rate which is the lowest. The PDW and the MSMC have the lowest fire rates of all the SMGs, so you may want to consider rapid fire. I don't run rapid fire. I mean, I think it's good enough without rapid fire, but that just may be what you want to run with it. But for me, over and above anything else with this SMG is the fact that the magazine size is 50 rounds. That, almost in and of itself, for me, makes the PDW-57 the #1 SMG for my style of gameplay. I rush in there, I get multi-kills. I don't want to have to reload every time. I don't want to have to run fast mags or extended mags. I want to run other attachments that's going to help me, you know, aim faster. It's going to help me with hipfire accuracy, like running the laser sight, even though I'm not running it here because I'm running perks. I'm running additional perks like Ghost and Cold-Blooded. Normally, I wouldn't run an extra perk. I'd have only 1 perk in slot 1, and then I would put on the three attachments. I'd select primary gunfighter, and I'd put on the 3 attachments with that laser sight to increase the hipfire accuracy. So it's just the ammo count. It's basically the ammo count. The damage could be the same as other SMGs. It doesn't matter. It's the ammo count that really pushes me to use this weapon more than any others. Even though I am bringing variety, I am trying to use all the weapons, all the SMGs, and even some shotguns. I'm going to have some shotgun gameplay for you soon with the not only the R870, but all of them. All of them. The KSG. The KSG is pretty epic. But that's my reasoning for the SMGs, and that's probably you know, a lot to do with why people run these SMGs all the time, right? And you hear complaints. Well, I keep getting killed by this SMG. You know, I look in the player stats, and they've got 15,000 kills with the PDW-57, and they've got 200 kills. The next one down, the number 2 gun, they have 200 kills with. But it's because it works, and you know, variety in the game is not necessarily variety in gunplay. I mean, you can play different game modes, you can play search or whatever, and that's all I'd use when I played search. Before, anyways, I'd use like the MP5 or the MP5K or whatever, right? And I'd stick with that, and I'd use what works. And I think that's mainly maybe where all the complaints come from, because if you look on your stats and look at how many times you've been killed and the weapon, you can do that on COD Elite. You know, the weapon that you're killed most by, in most cases, it is the PDW-57. And it's exactly why. Does it mean it's overpowered? Maybe. But 50 rounds in the magazine, that's absolutely epic. And I think that's probably one of the biggest reasons for using it. I mean, the MP7 is the next highest with 40. Okay, so the other topic I wanted to get to here is, you know, how your Scorestreak setup affects your mentality, affects the way you play the game. And I'm going to be getting my Lightning Strike very, very soon here, and I do have Lightning Strike, the Stealth Chopper, and the Warthog set up again as the same as I had on my previous video. But you'll see that I do end up getting these Scorestreak rewards, and it affects my gameplay. The reason why I didn't want to go for C at first there was because I wanted the enemy players to keep spawning at C, but because I was there, I think either they had an enemy player over at A, or it was because I was there and they weren't spawning there. But as soon as I heard the announcer saying, "Hey, they're taking flag A," I jumped on flag C to basically ensure that the spawns just stay flipped here. So I've got my Lightning Strike. So I'm going to set that up, and I do stay back because I put the Lightning Strike right in front of me, basically. It wasn't that close, but I still didn't want to get killed by my own Lightning Strike. I got killed by my own Swarm last night. I freaking got my first Swarm last night. Woo! Don't worry, we'll have that gameplay soon. It was pretty good. But anyways, yeah, I'm trying to get my Stealth Chopper here. I'm still trying to be a bit aggressive, but not really as aggressive as I could be. I mean, I should have gone possibly for that A flag, and I'm not. And this is the psychological impact that the Scorestreak rewards that you run can have on you in objective gameplay. I'm not playing the objective, even though we'll look at the ending stats, and I will still have more objective score, more objective points than anybody else in the game. I could have had more. I should have had more had I been playing the objective more aggressively. If I had the lower setup on my Scorestreak rewards, like the UAV and the counter UAV or whatever, UAV, Hunter Killer, and Lightning Strike. If I had that set up, then I would be set up way better. I love scooping in there too. If your players are already capturing the flag, you just go in at the tail end and scoop up the Scorestreak points. I love it. So now, because I died, I'm starting to play it a little bit more aggressively again. But it was that transition period from when I got my Lightning Strike and then the Stealth Chopper, when I started playing it a little more safe. And I don't like playing like that, and that's why I don't like running the higher Scorestreak reward setup. Even though I can run it, and I do get enough kills to call in those advanced rewards that are going to get you even more kills. And you'll see my kill tally. I mean, my kill tally at the end of the first round was 19. You'll see what it is at the end of the game. So I definitely got a ton of kills from the Scorestreak rewards, right? But that's all it is. I mean, you're getting your kills from the Scorestreak rewards as opposed to gunplay, which I prefer. I think, though, that as I run these higher Scorestreak rewards, game in, game out, that I'll get more comfortable with it, and I will play more aggressively. So I got a Lightning Strike. I'm gonna hide in here, and oh my God, Lightning Strike is not available. I think what did I have set up for the Swarm? I had the Stealth Chopper, Warthog, and then Swarm set up. Somebody suggested I should do Dogs and Swarm. I think I'll do that next. I'll probably do like Stealth Chopper, Dogs, Swarm, or Warthog, Dogs, Swarm. but it just makes it harder to get that first score streak reward. Anyways, we're just about wrapping it up here. We've got 24 seconds left. But I think, you know, pretty solid gameplay here on Turbine. I'm moving around, I'm staying active, and that's what it's all about. I'm using the map to my advantage. I'm using, you know, and people talk about, well, you're just running around collecting tags and kill confirmed. Well, yes and no. Yes, I am kind of running around trying to be aggressive, but at the same time using the map to my advantage, creating angles between yourself and the enemy players, using the obstacles to help create those angles and getting in closer to your enemy so you can take them out with an SMG hip fire, as opposed to sitting back with an assault rifle or a sniper and taking long shots. So getting up close and personal, that's what I like to do, baby. Try it, it works, especially with the girls. Anyways, 51 kills, 13 deaths, 6 captures, 5 defense, so 11, again, 11 score streak, or sorry, 11 objective points, which again is more than anybody else in the entire game, but it could have had more, so a little disappointed with that. But as far as the kills, deaths, etc., pretty happy with that. Hope you guys enjoyed. That has been Domination on Turbine. We'll have more for you soon. Spider-Bot out.